Alrighty. Looks like we're live, looks like we're running good. And hello everyone, Nerui here. Welcome back. It's time once more for us to return to Final Fantasy XIV. We finally got the pandemonium raids done, so that means it's now full speed ahead to get through the post-Endwalker patch content and make our way towards Dawntrail. I mean, technically speaking, there's still two other things we can work on, but one, I don't think we've gotten far enough in the post content to get to it yet for it to unlock. That being the Endwalker Alliance raid series, and the other, well, still holding out on my partner in crime here to catch up so we can hit it both together at the same time. The Hildebrand quest line.
Sorry about that, no, it's been kind of busy.
Yeah, we still got time left for that. I mean, the ideal plan though is for me to get all the Endwalker stuff done before I start on Dawntrail. You know, keep it nice and contained. But for now,
Nah, fam. You should do all the Alliance raids at once if that's the case. Honestly, the Dawntrail Alliance raid isn't even out yet.
The Endwalker ones I'm looking for.
No, that's what I mean. It's like the Dawntrail ones aren't out yet, and
Oh.
well, no, yeah. What do you think of tournament arcs?
Yeah, they can be good. They can be good if done well.
You're in Rajasthan, yeah?
Uh-huh.
She'll teleport over. In a sec.
No worries. I'll have to accept your invite in a bit. It popped right as the cutscene started.
Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness? So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy.
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away.
So we got some merchant trying to sell, trying to do a hard sell on a treasure map.
Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed would never return with that treasure alive.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoard.
Okay, this whole scene is starting to scream that this is a setup. You're laying it on too thick, boy. And I suddenly have a bad feeling about this.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
Oh, Estinian, please don't tell me you're gonna blow all your gil on this map.
It's Estinian.
Oh,
fortune,
no. Well,
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
ay.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure. But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping. Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Yep, called it. It was a frickin' scam.
This map may or may not be genuine, Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure. Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove. Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits. Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
So you could tell he Estinian. You may have recovered some of my respect for you with that one line.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not. You are coming along, yes?
Just try and keep me away, Estinian.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
You're in a cutscene, darling.
There we go. Now I'm free. Looks like I might need a fresh party invite.
Ding doodle dang dong dang it! Ding dong ditching, ding dong dang dong dongaling dingling doodle up. Nay, it's a good thing it doesn't know how to speak Spanish. Otherwise it'd be swearing at you in Spanish. Or German. Or Russian. Or Japanese. Well, to be fair, you watch enough subbed anime that you'd probably actually might understand it if it swore at you in Japanese. So it's just slowly starting to pick up Japanese. And, oh, by the way, Nate, you're probably wondering about this next scene, right? The scene that it's talking about. That it teased you about, yes?
A bit, yes.
Sorai wa himitsu desu.
Hi, wakarimasen.
Just refresh its memory, because its own Japanese is a little rusty outside of that sentence. What was it you just responded with?
Yes, I understand.
Ah.
Assuming I'm actually using it correctly, because, you know, I haven't had much opportunities to actually go in depth and try and learn it and learn how to practice it.
Yara, there's You know what yada yada is means, and you know what yada yada and what context it's used in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JoJo would have you believe that it's used as just good grief, but it's just basically used as a... Oh, jeez. You know, like a half-hearted one, like a like I do not really care about this, so this is just kind of like, it's probably better seen as like another translation, like would be the version used in like Naruto, how they translated it as how troubling. With what's his name, who was always like a really lazy character who didn't care about anything. That's a good example.
Shikamaru.
That's the one. I always forget his name.
Yeah, I mean you could consider good grief to be one version of saying that exact same kind of thing.
Same sentiment, basically.
Yeah, same sentiment, just not a
it's
word.
basically just a this is annoying. Like, this is getting on my nerves, but I don't really care about it. Kind of would be the line of thinking you'd have. Like, it gets on your nerves, but it's like something you don't really give a damn about.
Yeah, I think it's one of the big hurdles is, as much as I would like to learn the language, the biggest weakness is I don't really have anywhere to practice it. That is I did not need to go that one. That's Nashu. Okay, so
Honestly, best bet is... Honestly, personally, I would recommend Babbel. It's a pretty decent learning platform. Yeah, it's very similar to Duolingo, but it actually teaches you the actual language rules, whereas Duolingo just teaches the actual sentences and just you press buttons and it doesn't actually teach you actual pronunciations or context.
yeah, that does sound
Not
tempting.
very effectively, at least. Like Babbel will actually have like recordings. It's basically like, yeah, it's similar to Duolingo, but personally better. Because
Yeah.
it's like Duolingo, but better is essentially a way of putting it. It's like, it's got the whole thing with it will actually play back like actual example conversations in the actual language, like conversational parts.
Yeah, I mean the way
That's how it was learning German at one point.
Yeah, I mean the way I see it, probably one of the best ways to learn a foreign language is not so much to study just rote memorization. It's to learn how it's structured. So you
Pretty much.
So you can piece things together and start building a foundation from there.
Yeah, and that's what Babbel does rather than Duolingo just telling you words. I never liked Duolingo, honestly. And it's way cheaper than Rosetta Stone too. And also # not sponsored.
I might have to look into that and see if I can see if it works for me. This kid's got a good heart. Let's see. Could have our comrades. We might need to have a treasure, or Ribistinian for making the kid cry. Options. I think that would, since we got in the past the worst bit, I can afford to rib Estinian a little and just be a little more sassy. Who to invite? Dankred and Orianche, Alfino and Alice, Grahatian Cryo, or Ishtola? I'm leaning towards Graha and Cryle.
Do it. The poor cat boy does need some more outings.
Mm-hmm.
It says as a fucking it says we're playing a large friggin' cat lady.
I mean, he is still the newest scion.
Technically speaking.
Technically speaking. Okay, a little trip to the Valdesian Annex. Gonna go and recruit one of our favorite cat boys. Plus, Graha is pretty versatile when going into a dungeon.
Ah, Urgica, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Fowl.
Did you say you were going into a dungeon?
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting
I'm
this pile will
assuming
keep
we're
us
going to be going
occupied
into
for
a
days to
dungeon.
come. But what brings you to the annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just
Because
to watch
because
us shuffle dust
at least
papers
back in
around?
Shadowbringers, I did a lot of time grinding with the trust NPCs, and yeah, basically Graha could fill any role. I technically still need to level up the trust NPCs for Endwalker now that I think about it.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition. I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which I had hoped to ask for your assistance. Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
Rahas can be so adorable at times.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already. Have you asked anyone else to come along? Then might I suggest we invite your Stola? Ever since the Scions disbanded, she's spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlian the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenon. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say. Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger. He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like. From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
No problems here, Graha. Let's go recruit the Stola and
Safe
then head up with
travels, you two.
Urianger.
But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Yeah. Don't worry, Crown. Once I get back from this little thing, I'd be more than happy to
Right.
hear you out.
Then it's off to the library.
Come, Graha, we have another kitty to recruit.
I've never known Y'shtola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Close my eyes for one moment. Ow! Oh.
You alright there?
How long have you two been here?
Huh?
It's more reacting to Y'shtola having a book fall on her head.
Ah.
Yes. Catching up on some light reading, Y'shtola.
Something to that effect. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me. As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runa, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
I was just about to try and call her out about her wanting to try and say hello again to a certain Hrothgar, or to use the term they use over there, Ronso, that she had to say a tearful goodbye to. But she beat me to the punch.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me? Al-Zadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Akyali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Alright. One more. Well, that was an easy enough recruitment.
Illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing. And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Lopperates have been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Lopperates now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts. Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring elvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation.
So basically, you just can't say no to the fuzzy little bunny people.
But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos? Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation. How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Counting Istinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Hello there, then,
All is
Fred.
well, I trust.
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross. Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
Yeah, simple. We're going out on an adventure.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Lopperates.
Ah, of course. And if you have a Stinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters. I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
I mean, Estian had his own bit of stuff to take care of, making sure that kid gets back safe. So we got time. He can wait. right, it is time to go and hit up a dungeon. You feeling up to hit a dungeon there, Stormy?
One sec. You have the worst timing sometimes now. Yeah, sure. Are you going Viper for this?
Yeah, I was thinking it, yeah.
Ugh, those blades are so ugly. Cobalt tungsten diamondbacks, you couldn't have at least...
I like them.
Yo, you could have at least glammed them, they're ugly.
Like I said, I like them.
They uggo.
I still like them.
They is uggo, and it will not change its opinion. Alright, fine, but it's taking... What's the dungeon again?
Alcedal's Legacy.
Fair enough.
If you're going DPS, I can give this a try.
I don't trust you when Alcedal's Legacy is a friggin' tank. There's a tank name.
That bad?
No! Yeah, it's got some funky mechanics. It has some funky mechanics. If you want to go in Alcedal's Legacy as a first-time tank, with that level of equipment, go ahead, but you're gonna get ass kicked.
I mean, it's the highest item level for the expansion.
Is it raid level?
I mean, the raid level and the augmented credinium stuff is the same item level, 660. I feel like I'm missing a little context here.
Don't worry. It's something in DMs.
So I'm going to imagine if this follows the similar path we've seen in the past. So with this one, we should have about another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more dungeons that will unlock as we go along after this. Because this is a dungeon that gives 30 tomestones. So that means we'll be getting one that rewards 40, 50, 70, and 100. Yeah, so we're just waiting on the healer.
Okay, nice. So you're wondering about... Okay. There are at least 4 more dungeons.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh, there's also a couple extra ones, like Luna Subterrane. That's a bonus dungeon, you have to manually unlock them.
Yeah, because, let me see, for currently, let me close that one. Yeah, past the dead ends. So far unlocked they have Smileton, the Stigma Dreamscape, and the one we just got now, Alzadal's Legacy. Just waiting for that healer. There we go.
Legacy. Worst fucking timing ever. Yeah, the irony is we might have actually gotten in faster if we take it 2 DPS, don't you think?
Oh, and to Chow Me Live, thanks for the follow. And so far, so good. As far as where's things going now, it's making the push through the post Endwalker content and making my way to Dawntrail. Yeah, that's kind of a similar reason to why I'm at where I'm at, because long story short, I basically got a bit burned out partway through Shadowbringers, like about 5.3 or so. And basically once Dawntrail was about to come out, I decided to come back and get caught up. It's been a slow process, but should hopefully pick up now that I'm in the post-Endwalker stuff. Yeah, I can understand that. The Heaven's War can really take it out of you, especially towards the end with some of the things that happen. Yeah, my favorite expansion so far. That's a bit of a tough one. I'll have to get back to you on that answer, because gotta focus for the moment because boss fight.
least isn't it big?
Okay, so back to the question of favorite expansions so far. And I think I'd have to say the top 3 would definitely be Heaven's Ward, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker. Just what's a way to order them in? Off the top of my head, I'd say if we're just going on just the out of the box main story content, not including the post expansion stuff, I might have to go and rank them as tough question because there's a lot that I like about all 3 of those expansion places of them at the top of my list. Maybe Shadowbringers, Endwalker, Heaven's Ward. those rankings are by the narrowest of margins, and they could pretty easily switch around with from moment to moment.
Shit.
Okay, I can see what you mean about there being mechanics here.
I wasn't referring to these mechanics. Tank us this one, will you? Die! Shimmy!
need to tweak my hotbar. I tried this saying from something I saw online. I can see the logic in it, but it's a bit too far from my usual muscle memory. So it's requiring me to do a little too much thinking on my routine rather than focusing on the fight.
Shouldn't be doing that. Viper's a very simple job. Very simple rotations.
Yeah. I mean, some of the things from
Viper's
the
rotations are very simple. Even when they implemented it, it was pretty simple. They nerfed it even more than when it was implemented, but it was pretty simple when it was implemented.
Yeah. I mean, I see the I mean, it's still relatively simple, but I think the biggest thing is just this kind of simple. It just clashes with the muscle memory that I've developed over my time playing this game. I might need to tweak it a little bit. That'll feel more natural to me.
Yep, this is the fight.
Okay, I see things that look like there's gonna be spikes in the floors.
Worse. There's a spinning jump mechanic. best of everything you got.
Like that?
Yep, he's done.
Yeah, they're gonna twink around my Viper hotbar a little bit, like off stream, of course, because
What have we here?
Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our reunion. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
I wasn't going to touch it, but you know, Shtola.
Which one? What are you doing?
Response to in the cutscene.
Idiot! You were supposed to tell it!
You and I will speak later.
What was the response? Which one did you pick?
The middle one.
Which was the middle one?
I wasn't going to touch it, but you know, Shtola.
Okay, good. You were supposed to tell it about this cutscene. This is the cutscene I was talking about.
Sorry, I forgot.
Dumbass!
I'm guessing I still got the right one, though.
You. Yes. For now, there's another response.
I never claimed to not be a dum-dum.
Next time it's on that page, it's telling you.
So, yeah.
Get on with it.
Yeah, Shtola's response. You and I will speak later. Oh dear.
Not the time for frivolity,
Yes,
my
it's
friend.
one of them.
Not the time.
This something of which thou speakest, might it be some manner of threat?
Perhaps I should simply show you.
Okay, there is another one.
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, it is a functioning gate into the
In
void.
the same quest. Luckily, there is another postcard.
Yeah. So it looks like a good thing that my instincts was to go towards being snarky.
One of them, yes. Nay.
Hmm.
What's your current quest?
I'm just about to finish off Alzadal's legacy. I'll let you know what the next one is once I pick it up. A Brother's Grief is the next one.
Hold on. Yeah. Now, hold on. It's...
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
5 more questions. The next dialogue line.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory.
But yeah, that was one of the cutscenes, eh? There are others.
Still, I may be a dum-dum, but I did get the right answer.
You... What?
An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
Yeah, the Warring Triad.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the void gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose
Okay,
upon
now we
Nara,
can focus.
and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, but Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale was not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used the simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razat Khan and abandoning your sister. You chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy sibling scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
Yes, I do remember when Nero turned purple.
Turned purple? Well, yes.
Oh, right.
His wounds had allowed the void's
That.
corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
The Black O's or anything, but
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome.
Yeah, Nero turning purple was an interesting experience, don't you agree?
With a warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
It is the Baldur's cuckoo.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late.
As
And
the
now
old song
countless
goes.
others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
No! Curses!
Everything all right over there?
Pain. Pain and hurt. Ugh. Need a helmet. Now, Nate, don't let it startle you, but... got to do something very stupid. Banzai!
Huh?
Yep. Yep, that was a kamikaze attack, alright. That didn't work. Yeah, basically just Bandai charged a bunch of Balrus. And one of the fates on the beach, basically. Yeah, basically pull a kamikaze attack at the damn things and they killed it. Multiple times. Luckily someone else finished the fate, but... That's annoying. It's slightly annoying. Oh well. There he is. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, got it for the yellow Google. Gula. Gula, yes. Don't like the smell of it. Hanuman Langas, whatever the hell a langer is. It looks like a cross between a monkey and a lemur. Probably more likely a lemur, actually. In the meantime, while you are doing your cutscenes and ridiculousness, it will do some of its dailies!
Okay, and this question, as for asking why I went down there, to see if legends were true, or it was all Estinian's idea.
It was all Estinian's idea. Throw Estinian under the bus! Because to be fair, it was Estinian's idea, and you get a funny, you get really indignant response from him if you say that. Also, have you ever wondered what Estinian would look like outside of his armor?
I've not given the thought much credence, but the fact that you're bringing it up says that that is something that is a possibility of that might show up.
It might, if you're lucky. Not yet though. It's like in the it's in the first 10 quests, because that's like the you know how each expansion, like each post patch is set into like different parts. Yeah. These part, like that part, is not set. Is not part of the of this like this patch. The current patch you are in is not part of that. So, yeah.
I believe
even if you do have a chance of seeing it, that's not going to be happening for a while yet. The fun cutscenes don't happen, like the really fun cutscenes for Endwalker don't happen for a while yet.
So I'm only in 6.1 so far.
Yeah. You won't be able to get in 6.3. You get a few fun things, but there's also a few things that you can do as well. It depends on where you are. Basically, once we encounter the new NPC, one of our new friends, you'll know who it is. You'll know who they are, because technically. But yeah, you'll know who the NPC is when we meet them for some fun stuff. You might even get some unique dialogue. Due to one of your classes. But it doesn't know. It hasn't actually leveled that class or that job. You'll understand when we get there though. But yeah, once we get to a brother's grief, that's the one we want to tell it about. Immediate, like. Or whatever was the one that's got brother in the title.
Chronicles of the... You may now undertake the Chronicles of a New Era quest, Myths of the Realm. Oh. Would that just so happen to be the Alliance Raid series?
No. I don't know. Not sure. Possibly, maybe, but no.
I'll turn in a Brother's Grief and pick up the next one and then go pick that one up.
Oh, no. A Brother's Grief is one with funny dialogue. It's an MSQ quest.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the one that apparently... That's the thing that's over in the in the Baldassian Annex that I have to probably go and speak to Kryl about.
Hold on. Hold on. It had the, hold on. Mother of... What the fuck is the internet history? So the browser thing and ask. It... Hold on, it's checking now. Okay, so the current arc the current patch you're in is 6.1, which is Newfound Adventure. The next one is Buried Memory. And let's see, what quest have you got currently?
I'm turning in Brother's Grief. And I've got a cutscene. Something odd is going on elsewhere. Now this don't look good.
Oh! Nay!
Wait, is that?
No!
I recognize that armor.
Nay, this is very important. Switch to Reaper.
As soon as I'm out of the cutscene, I will do so.
Is your current quest to Brother's Grave or is it the next one?
Current.
Is the cutscene voiced?
No, it's not voiced so far.
You've missed your opportunity then. Yeah, you should have been playing. Yeah, nay. You fucked up. Yeah, the part where you were supposed the part where you did the It's All the Sinnings I did, that conversation you were supposed to play as Reaper. You had unique dialogue you had unique dialogue if you're playing as Reaper for that cutscene. From your Stola.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kinda fucked this guy you kinda fucked up. The very line before that where your Stola says in any case we should attempt to gain an understanding of the bounty gate, mayhap you should resume search for his sister. Yeah, if you're playing as Reaper, your Stola had unique dialogue for that, if you had Reaper as your current job at the time. So you have missed unique dialogue. And, Renee, that armor, what's so special about it?
It's the armor of Golbez.
Golbez?
From Final Fantasy IV.
Well, you're right. I can confirm that that is Golbez. Different version, though, pretty sure.
Most likely. I mean, there's only one character that is the same no matter where you see him.
Shit, no. Assuming that it automatically knew that. Okay.
Alright, I'll pick up Sharing the Wealth and make a little detour to Old Charlene to pick up that other one.
Actually, no. That's a thought.
Gonna preemptively do this.
You have the post Endwalker quests unlocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to Charlie and unlock cutting the cheese. Or start cutting the cheese. Damn it! I realized this is what it said as soon as it said that. Sorry, Nay. Pick up the quest called Cutting the Cheese. There should be a loperet lying around in the area.
I'll try and find it. But first things first, gotta pick up the one quest that's over at the annex.
It won't be at the annex. It'll be near the Aetherite. But yeah, it's start cutting the cheese. Yeah, don't you dare cut the cheese, Nay. Jeez.
A mission.
But no, oh, you don't want that one. Yet. But yeah, the ones where the missions like that are around the Aetherite and at the harbor, those are the ones. These are the quests you want to pick up. Not sure about Modona. Pretty sure the mission Modona adds to the that one Modona quest line.
Yeah.
That has the unique shit. You know, the one like that's near the gearing items or whatever. You know, the tombstone traders, those two.
Oh no, this is the one that Kryles had that wanted me to see her about.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, mission that's MSQ, right?
It's just an unlock type one. So I'm thinking there's a good chance this might be the this one might be the one for the Alliance Raid series.
It might be. Is it voiced?
Not voiced yet.
Mission Modona. Oh hey! Yeah, no! Hold on, Nay! Hey, hold up! Before you do do not click anything further.
So basically, stop once I'm out of the cutscene. Got it.
No, stop the cutscene right now. Don't cancel it, but stop clicking through it.
Okay.
Just realized. Can also pick that one up. We can do this one together.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I haven't actually picked up Mission Modona. There's a trial, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we can actually do this one together now. Finally, we can do one content we can do as a team. If this is the Alliance Raid, but yeah, it's currently Samurai because, well, fuck you, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. For that one thing, I'll probably just have to, after the fact, go back and look up the unique dialogue, because.
Something about making a contract of your own. But yeah, you can continue now. Yep. Quest accepted. So what do you think, Nay?
I'm game for it. I mean,
It's an interesting one, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the Alliance Raid series is definitely one of the things that's on my checklist to get done before I move on to Dawntrail.
What is this Alliance Raid series? Do we know that for a fact, Nay?
We will see. We will see.
It's definitely a unique quest if it's taking us all the way to Revenant's Toll, but still.
Alright. Off to Revenant's Toll it is.
You're handling the teleport, Fanzo. Fanzo! Almost ended up running ahead, huh, Nay?
Almost. Then I noticed the destination glowing right there.
Yeah. Good to know. Well, you got the music.
Rambros, good to see ya.
Nay, do you believe this wise?
A so-called Phantom Realm, huh? Yeah, we have an explorer to find.
Nay, have you perchance got any, you know, two-person mounts?
I believe I've got two, but there is at least one that I've seen in in the Mog shop that I've had my eye on for a while and may pick up.
There is one 8-person mount, but that thing is just... Have you seen the thing? It's massive.
I've seen it, and while that is one that I am sorely tempted for because 8-person and just how big it is, the one that's been on my that I've had my on in the Mog station has been the Chocobo cart.
Yeah, Chocobo cart's cool, but no, specifically, just grab the... This a 2-person?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, right. This thing looks dumb. But... Nay! The fact you chose this mount...
Would you prefer
this song...
Would you prefer a different one?
Nay. You know what? Yeah, next time use that. Lalafell. You know, next time it's using you as bait for fishing.
Yeah, you don't like the Fat Moogle?
I don't like the Cooking Modern Block song.
Monkey.
It is kind of cute. Baby Bobo. this is interesting. Don't you agree?
Hmm. Indeed. Definitely looks otherworldly. The Omphalos. If that's even the correct pronunciation.
Hey, nay. It's got a sneaking suspicion that this new friend has something to do with this realm. What do you think?
Too early to say.
True. Where are you gone? Still viewing the cutscene to get in, or what? Or have you fucked off and left it behind again?
Yep, I'm on the inside.
What do you mean you're on the inside?
Yeah, I'm inside the Phantom realm.
What the hell? Nay?
I think we might be in separate instances.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's literally about to say. It was literally about to say that we're in instances. Nay, have you got a bad feeling about this too? He has a bad feeling about this. Recognize the architecture at all?
I mean, with the architecture, it kind of makes me think of depictions of being up on Mount Olympus.
Now, this place is called the Omphalos. Okay, the next quest.
Yep, I'm at a point where I could pick it up too. The Realm of the Gods. I'm starting to think that parallel comparison to Olympus might be more appropriate than we were first thinking.
It does have the the sigils of the 12 on the face of that thing. Looks like a unique ether, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on!
What?
Did you hear it too?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see it too? It's no voice, but still.
Oh boy. Um... We're going to fight the 12.
Hey, we can reference the MSQ from ARR.
Yep, just got there myself. And yeah, Gaius did once say that the 12-2 were simply primals.
The classic stoic nod of the Warrior of Light. You called it now. This is the Alliance Raid series.
Galaya, now accessible. Well then.
Do we really want to do this now? This is an Alliance Raid series.
I mean, my goal was to do this. So, you feel like going God of War on these guys?
Zeus! That answer your question?
Good answer! Oh, you still have Al-Sadal's legacy and the Duty Finder. that wait time, though. I suppose in the meantime, I can try and take a chunk out of the MSQ.
Nah. If we're waiting 23 minutes, it's gonna go to fucking bed.
So, probably best to save trying to go for it for when we're fresh.
Yeah, we've already got a healer and 3 DPS already, but 23-minute wait time. We can wait like 5, and the second hit's 5. And no fucking way, it's gonna bed. This is 2 a.m. man. And
Yeah.
it has plans.
That's fair, that's fair. So,
Well, not necessarily in the morning, but like in the afternoon at the very least.
yeah. So, perhaps if it doesn't pop within the next 5 minutes, we get really lucky, because I mean, alliance raids can be some of the faster ones to pop, despite their larger numbers. We can always queue the thing up at the start of the next one.
True.
So, while we're waiting those 5 minutes, I'm going to talk to Mastia here. I have to admit, as far as the content of the Alliance Raid series for Endwalker, I was not expecting going full God of War on the 12.
And we just lost a DPS. This is very fucked. Yeah, same, honestly. Haven't actually done this one. Going in completely blind to this one too, but then again, don't really go in for Alliance Raids because they're a pain in the ass. Mostly because they take so long. However, however, as they are raids, as this is a raid series and at level 90, we get some nice tombstones.
Yeah.
Actually, we get the capped and uncapped tombstone rewards for doing this one.
Also, I like this answer because I'm talking to this merchant here. They're trying to sell me something at up to 10,000, and the third option here is I am not Estinian.
Do it. 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 You can shoot on Estinian all you like. But...
Oh, and this junk monger seems to recognize the name.
Freaking Estinian. The fact he didn't realize he was getting ripped off like that.
Yeah. Okay. So at the point where I can turn in sharing the wealth.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadar's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yetlimad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
So I've got some options to answer Ritra's question. Taxes, levy them on trade profits in exchange for your investment. It takes a village. Idleshire's orphanage was funded through trade in highly coveted goods, and the Firmament's orphanage was built as part of a communal restoration effort. I'm leaning towards bringing up the Firmament. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Of course, the
Yeah, we've
revival
been waiting
of
too long.
trade can contribute to the building of a new institution. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive Aval's Adal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name. A successful merchant. I believe I see thy reasoning. Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Murad was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nadine, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens.
Sorry, no, but once this cutscene is over, we're calling it.
is necessary.
In fact,
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit
yeah, we spent
of a
twice the
brighter
amount of
morrow.
allocated time on that wait time. 13 minutes in the queue. Lost track of time because I'm doing something on Discord on the side.
Let's see. Bridging the Rift. I'll pick this up and then we can probably wrap it up for the night. That way I'll have this in my quest log. And I won't have to worry about hoofing it all the way back here from whatever I end up doing in the intervening time. Alright, so when we come back, we'll be going to see what Ishtola has learned studying that Void Gate. As well as queuing up and trying our best to see what will become of the Alliance Raid series here. Hopefully we'll have better luck with the time with the time that we'll have to wait. With that, I think we can wrap things up for now. If all goes well, but next time round, should hopefully be able to finish the 6.1 stuff and get a good ways into 6.2. Thanks for coming as always, Stormy. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a long night tonight. It's kind of, yeah, you kind of, honestly, you kind of got it while it was in the middle of something when you contacted it first. Technically had lost track at the time, but actually also forgot to tell you that it was kind of busy tonight. But, like, it was, like, to be fair, I had a friend, like, over, like, basically, it was role-playing with one of its friends and DMs. With an RP we've been doing for with an RP we've been planning for a while, and to be fair, it's also got a couple others lined up that want to RP with it, so it's gonna play. Yeah, the bun is a big role player. It's gonna be honest. It is very much a big role player, and you know, next time, honestly, you should actually enable friggin' Fujitech thingy or a widget so people can see the bun's smiling, grinning face. Maybe. But yeah, the bun is very much a big role player when it gets a chance to actually do so. Like, fun side activity. It does do a lot of role play. It's got like, it does have like 2 other. Sorry, 4 others that will roleplay with it right now. Like 4 others lined up. One of them is Turtle loves it with, so like the other 3 get priority. But it's currently in one. It's like currently in a scenario currently, so that's like 4 other people after this scenario that have expressed interest. One of them has got priority because they have requested that, and they've been waiting for weeks. Because they kind of get priority, and it's like they're pretty chill. But yeah, some of these can last a few days because of the because like time zones and shit like that, and the fact that these can take a while, especially since responses can take a while, so they can last several hours, depending on how long it goes to go in between responses. So. Yeah. As well as the fact that it's got a lot of other things like moderating and Discord servers and multiple servers.
Well, for now, that's going to be a wrap for this round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, thanks again to Xiaomi Live for the new follow. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Welcome to the stream. And thank you to everyone who came by to watch. I hope you all had a good time as well. And until next time, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.